What is UP Techbeast Nation, and welcome back to Techbeast TV. Get ready for some serious heavy metal thunder today as we dive deep into the world of colossal forestry machines. We're talking raw power, incredible skill, and maybe even a few close calls. You do not want to miss this. All right, first up, feast your eyes on this absolute beast. We're looking at a tracked horizontal grinder, and folks, this thing is a wood-hungry monster. Think of it like the Cookie Monster, but instead of cookies, it devours entire tree stumps bigger than your smart car. Fed relentlessly by that hydraulic excavator like it's feeding time at the zoo, this grinder, likely packing over 1,000 horsepower from its massive diesel engine, transforms enormous logs into mountains of processed chips faster than you can say timber. Look at the operator's precision, dropping those hefty chunks right into the grinder's vibrating in-feed hopper with pinpoint accuracy. The powerful feed wheel aggressively pulls the material towards the massive, high-speed cutting drum inside, equipped with replaceable teeth designed for maximum destruction. From sheer destruction to incredible lifting power, let's see what happens next in the log yard. Okay, from grinding power, let's move to some heavy lifting. Check out this heavy-duty wheel loader, probably a Caterpillar 966, or a similar workhorse model in that class, armed with a specialized log grapple that looks like it could snatch a T-Rex for breakfast. Its mission? Hoist this enormous single tree trunk. Seriously, look at the sheer size and weight of that thing. It must weigh several tons, easily dwarfing the machine itself. The operator's navigating the rough, uneven terrain like a seasoned pro, the articulated steering allowing for tight maneuvers, even in cramped spaces. But you can hear that powerful engine, likely pushing close to 400 horsepower, putting in serious work under the immense strain. The grapple jaws clamp down with incredible hydraulic force, thousands of pounds per square inch, securing the behemoth log. Now comes the delicate part, lifting smoothly and swinging this multi-ton monster onto the waiting truck trailer without damaging the truck or destabilizing the loader. One wrong move here, a slight miscalculation in balance or jerky control input, and it's game over, folks. This takes incredible skill, patience, and nerves of steel. These loaders are the true unsung heroes of the log yard, making the impossible look almost routine. Almost. They are truly indispensable for keeping the timber moving efficiently and safely day in and day out. Lifting is impressive, but how about clearing land with ferocious speed? Let's check out a different kind of forest tamer. Now let's switch gears entirely to something a bit more shreddy. Meet the John Deere compact track loader, but don't let the compact size fool you when it's equipped like this. Attached to its sturdy loader arms is a high-flow forestry mulcher head, basically a spinning vortex of pure annihilation designed specifically for aggressive vegetation management. Watch this thing dive headfirst into dense brush, thickets, and small trees like a Tasmanian devil tearing through a salad bar at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Branches, saplings, thick undergrowth, poof, gone, reduced to fine mulch that gets spread evenly across the ground in mere seconds. These mulcher heads, often equipped with hardened steel or razor-sharp carbide teeth mounted on a heavy-duty rotor, can spin at thousands of RPM. They require significant hydraulic power from the loader's auxiliary system. We're talking serious flow rates, maybe 30 to 40 gallons per minute or more, to operate effectively. The tracks provide excellent traction and low ground pressure compared to wheels, giving it incredible agility on soft or uneven ground, letting it climb slopes and turn on a dime. It's clearing land with mind-blowing speed and efficiency, turning unusable areas into manageable terrain. Speed is great, but sometimes power meets its match, pushing the limits of physics. Get ready for a nail-biting moment. Whoa, hold your horses and grab your popcorn. This is where things get seriously dicey, folks. We've got another massive yellow wheel loader, possibly a cat again, wrestling with an exceptionally large and obviously very heavy log. It's attempting the crucial lift to load it onto the waiting truck. But, look closely. That log might just be pushing the absolute limits, maybe even exceeding the machine's rated static tipping load, the maximum weight it can lift without the rear end coming up. This could easily be around 30,000 pounds or more depending on the specific model, counterweighting, and configuration. The rear wheels are lifting clean off the ground. That's the universal pants-wetting sign in the heavy equipment world for Houston. We have a serious problem. The operator is fighting for balance, teetering precariously on the front axle, on the absolute edge of a very expensive, very heavy, and potentially dangerous oopsie that could crush the truck cab or worse. This is a heart-stopping reminder that physics doesn't care how big or powerful your machine is. Gravity always wins if you push too far or get the center of gravity wrong. Will they save it? Can the operator feather the controls just right? Maybe lower the load slightly to regain stability? Talk about intense. Don't try this at home, kids. Seriously. Phew, that was close. Hopefully, the operator learned a valuable lesson. Let's get back to some smoother, more controlled operations in the organized chaos of the log yard. Okay, deep breaths, everyone. My heart rate is still up from that last scene. Back to the controlled chaos and impressive choreography of the bustling log yard. Here's another big yellow wheel loader, maybe a Cat 966 or even a larger 980 class machine, doing what it does best, playing giant pickup sticks with multi-ton logs, but with incredible precision. Look at the finesse. The operator wields that massive log grapple, which itself weighs thousands of pounds, like an extension of their own arm, deftly sorting, maneuvering, and stacking these timber titans into neat piles with surprising precision, ready for the next stage. Now it's carefully approaching that slick Mercedes-Benz logging truck, lifting and placing the heavy logs onto the trailer bunks with masterful control, ensuring the load is balanced and secure for transport. These loaders often feature specialized log grapples with features like high clamping force and optimized tine shapes designed for secure handling and efficient loading, not unloading cycles. We've seen the machines moving the logs with impressive power and grace, but how do those logs get harvested from the standing tree in the first place? Let's rewind and head deep into the forest. All right, let's rewind the clock a bit and see exactly where these giants actually come from. We open on a masterclass in traditional, yet highly skilled and potentially dangerous, logging. Check out this lumberjack, fully geared up in essential personal protective equipment, helmet, eye protection, hearing protection, chaps, the works, and armed with a serious professional-grade chainsaw. This could be a powerful Style MS660 or maybe a comparable Husqvarna model like the 395 XP. That was impressive felling, but the forest holds even bigger challenges that require more precautions. Let's see the stakes get raised significantly. The challenge just leveled up significantly, folks. Now another seasoned logger confronts an even mightier forest titan, a real monster of a tree. Notice this one is secured near the base with bright yellow tension straps. That usually indicates specific felling challenges or extra precautions are needed. Perhaps the tree has a significant natural lean. Maybe there's suspected internal rot making it unpredictable. Or perhaps it's just an exceptionally valuable tree requiring extra care to guide its fall perfectly to avoid damage or getting hung up in other trees. Again, that powerful chainsaw, maybe an 80 or 90 cc model, chosen for its high torque output, roars to life, carving out an enormous face cut relative to the trunk's diameter. Look at the sheer scale, the thick, rugged bark, and the incredible width of that trunk. He meticulously cleans the notch with an axe, ensuring a clean, strong hinge, preparing for the final, decisive cuts. The back cut requires immense focus and physical strength, working methodically against the tree's massive weight and the unpredictable forces of nature. Wedges are driven in hard with forceful swings, straining the remaining holding wood fibers to their limit. This isn't just cutting wood, it's a high-stakes, calculated battle against gravity and tons upon tons of timber. The anticipation is electric. Where will this giant finally rest? Don't blink or you'll miss the main event. The giant is down. A successful but demanding fell. But the work on the log itself is far from over. Now comes a task requiring incredible balance and precision. The tree is down, safely resting on the forest floor, but the job's not done by a long shot. Now watch this incredible display of balance, agility, and sheer nerve. Our logger is carefully walking the length of the massive felled trunk. This process, essential for preparing the log for transport, is called limbing. He's using that chainsaw, likely a slightly lighter but still powerful and maneuverable professional model. From the demanding manual labor on the forest floor, let's jump to a more automated setting where these logs get processed on a more industrial scale. Okay, let's jump from the demanding hands-on work happening deep in the forest to the relative efficiency and controlled environment of the processing yard or sawmill in-feed deck. Check out this specialized stationary log processing machine. Processing logs efficiently is one thing, but getting them out of the absolute toughest, swampiest spots requires a special kind of off-road beast. Let's head back into the wilderness, specifically into the swamp. Prepare for some serious off-road, mudslinging, terrain-conquering action. We're deep in the muck now, folks, watching a mighty John Deere tracked forwarder earn its keep the hard way, operating where few other vehicles would dare to tread. This thing looks like a tank crossed with a log hauler, possibly featuring a hybrid track and wheel setup. Wide, high flotation tracks on the front power unit for maximum ground contact area and grip, coupled with heavy-duty tires on the articulated rear trailer or bunk section. It's battling its way relentlessly through an unforgiving, waterlogged bog that would swallow a standard 4x4 pickup truck whole and ask for seconds. Those wide metal tracks on the front unit are churning through mud thicker than Grandma's Thanksgiving gravy, desperately seeking traction and flotation where conventional wheels would just instantly dig down and get stuck. The articulated rear section, laden with tons upon tons of heavy logs carefully stacked by its own grapple loader, follows obediently through the mire. These forwarders are purpose-built machines, engineered from the ground up to haul massive loads, often exceeding 20 tons or more, out of the most inaccessible, challenging terrains imaginable. Swamps, steep slopes, deep snow, you name it. From hauling whole logs out of tough spots, let's look at a different approach. A machine designed to process wood into chips right where it stands or lies. Whoa, check out this absolute unit rolling through the landscape like it owns the place. What we've got here is a highly specialized, self-propelled wood chipper, and judging by the robust, articulated chassis with its massive tires and powerful stance, it looks like it's built on a rugged Volvo articulated hauler platform, meaning this beast can get just about anywhere the logging or land clearing operation is happening, no matter how remote or rough the terrain. Look at that integrated, powerful hydraulic crane equipped with a large grapple, snatching hefty bundles of branches, slash, tops, and smaller logs from huge piles like they're mere toothpicks. It feeds them directly and relentlessly into the gaping, hungry maw of the industrial-strength chipper unit mounted conveniently on the back. These high-capacity chippers can boast enormous engines pushing well over 500, sometimes even approaching 1,000 horsepower, driving massive cutting drums or heavy rotating discs equipped with multiple sharp knives. They are capable of pulverizing logs up to 2 feet in diameter or more into valuable, consistently sized wood chips in a matter of seconds. It's essentially a mobile processing plant on wheels, efficiently turning low-value wood waste or whole trees into a usable resource like boiler fuel or landscape mulch right on site. Talk about maximizing efficiency and minimizing transportation costs. This isn't just swinging a saw, this is precision tree felling, a skill honed over years. Our logger here, decked out in all the safety gear, Smart man is carefully making his undercut. That notch tells the tree exactly where he wants it to go. Then, round the back for the main event, he's using a powerful pro chainsaw, and you can see him placing wedges too. That helps prevent the saw from binding and gives him even more control over the fall. This is a calculated dance with a giant. Now he steps back, keeping a sharp eye. You can feel the tension, can't you? That tree is talking, starting to creak, and timber, down she comes right on the money. Look at that clean stump, wedges still in place. That's not luck, folks, that's pure skill and experience. A tough job done perfectly, respecting the power of nature and the tools of the trade. Beautiful. All right, let's get back to clearing some serious land, tackling the thick stuff that chokes the forest floor. Here comes that familiar yellow Cat compact track loader again, a robust and versatile machine built for tough jobs in tight spaces. But the real star of this particular show is that heavy-duty forestry mulcher attachment mounted powerfully on its arms. This thing is absolutely hungry, folks. Watch it plow directly into that dense wall of green brush, small invasive saplings, and thick tangled grass like it's not even there. War! Instant mulch. The rapidly rotating drum or disc, armed with dozens of hardened steel or vicious carbide teeth, just obliterates everything in its path, shredding it into fine, easily decomposable pieces that enrich the soil. These demanding hydraulic attachments require significant flow from the loader's auxiliary system, often needing specialized high-flow packages delivering over 30 gallons per minute at high pressure to power their relentless shredding action effectively without bogging down. The loader's tracks provide awesome stability on slopes and continuous pushing power, allowing the operator to systematically carve a clear path right through the thickest, most tangled vegetation imaginable. It's pure mechanical domination, reclaiming the land inch by powerful inch. That compact loader with its mulcher is impressive for clearing, but for peak logging efficiency and harvesting standing timber, you need the ultimate all-in-one technological marvel. Now witness the absolute pinnacle of modern logging technology in action, the forestry harvester. This sophisticated green machine, likely a John Deere given the iconic colors, is a multi-talented beast that completely revolutionizes the process of timber harvesting, combining multiple steps into one fluid operation. Check out that incredibly complex processing head mounted on the end of a long, articulated crane. Models like the popular H412 seen here are true marvels of hydraulic, mechanical, and electronic engineering, costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Watch with almost surgical precision as it grips a felled log. Powerful spiked feed rollers instantly drive the trunk through the head, while multiple razor-sharp delimbing knives automatically deploy and strip away branches in a blur of motion. Zip, zip, zip. Then an integrated chainsaw, guided by computer measurements, instantly bucks the log into precise, pre-programmed lengths based on specific mill requirements, optimizing yield. But wait, it gets even better. The harvester turns its attention to a standing tree, the head clamps onto the base with immense force, the powerful cutting saw engages. Be-zit. Once the harvester has efficiently processed all those trees into neat logs, how do they get transported out of the remote cutting area, especially when the conditions are tough, like deep snow? The scene shifts dramatically now to a stark, beautiful, but challenging snow-covered expanse, where the next critical phase of the logging operation unfolds: extraction and transport. After the harvester does its high-tech magic, efficiently turning standing trees into piles of processed logs, you need a robust way to get all the valuable timber out of the remote cutting area. Enter the forestry forwarder, like this rugged, powerful red machine taking center stage against the white backdrop. Its job is absolutely crucial, transporting heavy loads over difficult terrain. Using its powerful, long-reach knuckle boom crane and grapple, the operator methodically lifts and carefully stacks the heavy timber onto the machine's rear bunk or trailer section, skillfully maximizing the load for efficiency while maintaining stability. Look at those massive, wide, high flotation tires, probably an 8x8 all-wheel drive configuration, specifically engineered for maximum traction and minimal ground disturbance when navigating treacherous terrain like this deep snow, soft muskeg in the summer, or muddy, rutted trails. From the frozen north and its specialized machines, let's head somewhere much warmer, but arguably just as challenging, the dense, muddy jungle where raw power is king. Welcome to the jungle, and right now, folks, it's a real muddy, sticky mess down here. We've got two formidable Komatsu bulldozers, probably mid-sized workhorses like the versatile D65s, or perhaps even larger models brought in for the really tough jobs, locked in a serious, high-tension tug-of-war that's churning the ground into soup. Their powerful rear-mounted hydraulic winches, capable of exerting incredible pulling forces measured in tens of thousands of pounds, are straining against thick, heavy-duty steel cables drawn taut like bowstrings under the immense load. Their target? A monstrous, ancient tree trunk, likely a dense tropical hardwood, deeply embedded and resisting stubbornly in the treacherous, sucking mud that refuses to let go. The powerful diesel engines are roaring at full throttle. The wide steel tracks are churning violently, spitting mud and water everywhere as they fight desperately for every inch of traction against the resisting earth. You can almost feel the tension vibrate through the very ground. Will the heavy-duty cables hold, or will one snap under the immense pressure? Can these yellow beasts, each weighing well over 20 tons, overcome the sheer dead weight and the incredible suction force of the mud? It's a primal battle of raw mechanical might versus the stubborn resistance of nature in this unforgiving muddy arena. The outcome hangs precariously in the balance. The mechanical giants, the powerful bulldozers, have done their part in the brutal, heavy pulling, finally freeing the log from the mud's embrace, but the task is far from over. Now, human skill and a different kind of more portable power take center stage once again. A lone logger likely sweating buckets in the jungle heat despite the shade. With the colossal log momentarily subdued and sectioned by the chainsaw crew, the Komatsu bulldozer switches tasks seamlessly, its powerful winch momentarily idle, but ready for the next pull. Now it asserts its dominance using its most iconic feature, the massive hydraulically controlled front blade, a symbol of earth-moving power worldwide. Watch as the skilled operator expertly digs the hardened steel cutting edge into the slick, muddy slope, relentlessly shoving aside incredible amounts of earth, rocks, uprooted stumps, and tangled forest debris with each powerful pass. Hear the deep rumble and strain of the powerful diesel engine as the steel tracks claw tenaciously for grip, pushing tons upon tons of material uphill or aside, literally carving a usable path or temporary access road right through this challenging, unstable landscape where none existed before. This machine is the quintessential workhorse of the entire jungle operation, transforming the chaotic, impassable jungle floor into a functional roadway, absolutely essential for getting other vital equipment like skidders, loaders, and trucks in, and the valuable logs out. Its brute strength, durability, and reliability are undeniable, clearing obstacles that would stop lesser equipment dead in its tracks. It's a relentless display of raw hydraulic power and rugged engineering. Earth-moving is crucial for access, but clearing large areas of dense vegetation requires a different kind of specialized attachment. Let's see the final machine in action, putting the finishing touches on the clearing. And for our final act of mechanical mayhem in this incredible showcase of forestry power, check out this different breed of forest predator, the versatile excavator-mounted forestry mulcher. We saw the compact track loader version shredding brush earlier, but mounting one of these powerful rotating shredding heads onto the long, articulated boom and stick of a hydraulic excavator, like this yellow Komatsu shown here, provides incredible reach, flexibility, and the ability to tackle vegetation on steep slopes, across ditches, or in awkward, hard-to-reach positions that other machines simply can't access. Whether it's a heavy-duty drum-style mulcher grinding through dense undergrowth and small trees with brute force, or a faster disc-type mulcher capable of slicing through larger standing timber up to a certain diameter. And that, Techbeast Nation, is a wrap on today's incredible journey. From 1,000 horsepower grinders pulverizing giant logs, to sophisticated harvesters felling and processing trees in seconds, mud-wrestling bulldozers battling the jungle, and mulchers turning forests into mulch. Huge thanks for hanging out with us today on Techbeast TV. If you enjoyed watching these mechanical monsters go to work as much as we did, do us a solid and smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out. We've got plenty more heavy metal action and amazing machine showcases coming your way. Until next time, stay safe out there and keep those gears turning.